What's going on? Back once again, January 2nd, 2019. I'm in the lab once again in the studio, and I just recorded my, first mixed live stream of the year. It's not my first live stream, of course. I've done live streams from clubs, festivals, all sorts of locations, and I've done some at home as well, but this is the first of this year, and it's going to be a new weekly item. So I'm live streaming on Periscope, and I should have been finished like hours ago. Like, I mean hours at least, I think 3 to 4 hours ago. But I was having a lot of issues with basically everything. The video, the audio, it's not how I want it to be. So basically what I'm doing is I'm live streaming on Periscope using my phone. That has its limitations, even though the audio sounded a lot better than I thought it would. I just checked it, and yeah, it sounds decent. It sounded better than I thought it would actually sound when I heard it. Let me just rewind a piece. Like, I mean, it's okay. But it's not going to be fantastic. So salute to everyone who just watched the live stream today. Here's the thing, like I said in the last video, I want to record and bring as much content as possible. And the best way to do that is to create what we call pillar content. Now, what that basically means is that you create a large piece of content. So for instance, my podcast, that is a piece of pillar content. Why? It's a large piece of content. My podcast episodes are normally between 30 and 55 minutes, something like that. And I record the audio, but I also record video. So I end up having like at least 45 minutes of material. Now the podcast, the audio version, that goes online. So that's the entire piece of content. That goes to SoundCloud, and that goes to Anchor, and Anchor sends it to Spotify and iTunes or Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Stitcher, all of the podcast platforms. So that is out there. But the video, I don't upload it as an entire video. So I'll take at least 3 to 6 topics from the podcast and edit that as separate video. So I uploaded the first one yesterday. That's a podcast clip. And it ranges somewhere like 3-4 minutes. Some could be 10-15 minutes. Doesn't matter. Every week, the podcast is going to give me 3 to 5 videos for the channel. So that pillar content now created smaller content that I can use. And I'll have multiple videos every week. So that was a plan that I implemented some time ago to make sure I would at least have a couple of videos a week that I could offer you. Also because I know that the YouTube watchers are not all going to watch or listen to the podcast. I know that's going to grow because more and more of you are going to not step away from video, but just find the convenience in having audio. I find that myself. I listen to more stuff. I consume more audio than video. It's getting close to that now. Even if I have YouTube on, I have YouTube Premium, so I'll have the phone screen off and I'll just listen to the audio. But anyways, that gives me videos per week, 3 to 5. Then from every one of those videos, I'll take at least 1 minute of content. And that's going to be like a part of that clip that has some valuable information in it. And I use those clips to upload to Instagram and Twitter. Oh, by the way, the video clip, the longer version, also goes to Facebook and LinkedIn. So I'll have multiple outlets for the podcast clip. And then I'll have Instagram and Twitter where I will do the 1 minute version. So from that large piece, you get smaller pieces and even smaller pieces than that. And if you want to take it a step further, you could also get transcripts from the video. So the written text with everything you said, and use that as like blog items and use it on websites or on Medium. I might do that. I might just use some transcripts for certain videos because I know Google will get that and the video can get discovered faster. So stuff like that. Now the same thing applies to what I was doing here today and what I'm going to be doing on a weekly basis. The podcast, the mixed podcast, is just me having fun behind the decks playing music. That's all it is, but that's a big piece of content. Now, the entire video gets streamed live so people can consume that. Then I've recorded the audio in Serato. I'm going to take that and I'm going to post it on Mixcloud. Now we'll see how well that goes. We all know the issues that you can have with copyrights, but Mixcloud is a better option than SoundCloud. So we'll see what happens. If stuff gets taken down, then it gets taken down, but we'll see. So audio goes to Mixcloud, but I had the phone streaming, but at the same time I also have a main camera. That's my GH4 that was recording me from the front, so that's one angle. And then I have the M50, that's what I'm using now to record, and I had that above just to get the eagle eye view of the set. So what I can do now is find all these short pieces from that podcast, mix podcast, and use small pieces like minute pieces to post once again on Instagram and Twitter. I can't do Facebook, I can't do YouTube because I'm using music. You'll get the copyright issues. Now, I'm definitely not messing with my YouTube channel. I don't do any copyright stuff there, no issues there. But Facebook is just nasty. They'll take stuff off straight away. Instagram is better. It's not perfect. They take down some stuff, but not everything. So again, big piece of content, smaller pieces to divide. And I also recorded, and I'm going to do that every week. I just took one of my beats and did some scratches to record a Saturday session. So I hopefully will have, well, a Saturday session every week. But sometimes, like this one I did here, I wasn't too happy with it, so I might not use it. But it's an easier way for me to get more content at one time, because time is everything. We all have limited time, so you have to make the most out of the time that you have. Now, of course, I have to do more edits because I have to take the big piece, smaller pieces, smaller pieces. That's all edits. But once you get used to that, you have a certain workflow. Yeah, you just get more content. So once I have that totally straight, and that goes like in a normal pattern, that opens up more time for me to focus on the product reviews and just other videos like tip and tutorial videos, because I want to do a bunch of those, but those take more time. So I have to find that time. There's only so many hours in a day, and I have sleep, I have workouts, I have my family, and I need to spend more time, more quality family time as well. So it's all about planning. And I'm not one who likes to say work smarter, not harder. I just feel it's a lame statement. I want to work harder and smarter, or work hard, but add the smarts to it so I get the most done in the time that I have. So that's what I did here, but it took up a lot longer than I wanted it to take. And earlier in the day, I worked out, did legs, except for the calf, still staying away from that. And I planned more posts in Buffer. Buffer is the app or the service I use to plan scheduled posts on Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook. It's the same thing with Hootsuite. You have a couple of those services that allow you to just, you upload it, but it doesn't get uploaded to Instagram or Twitter until the designated time. So I can take a photo, I can make a caption, hashtags, everything, and then I'll say publish and add a time. So I might publish something tonight at 4 in the morning when I'm definitely sleeping, but I can get some posts out there. So that's what I did. I shot some more photos of vinyl here, like I said yesterday, for the My Vinyl pics. And now I gotta go home and I gotta take what I've recorded here so you can watch it. That's how you're watching it right now, because I went home and I edited this, and I'm gonna start the edit at least to get the audio version on Mixcloud and get a couple of clips hopefully ready so I can start posting those tomorrow. That's not everything, but this video is 10 minutes, so I'm gonna call it a day here. Thanks for tuning in and following this journey, and I'll be back very soon. Peace.